Hello everyone, and welcome to the HomeStory Cup 3 4 I'm starting the GxCraft anew, and I felt like I needed a lot of games to get through it, so here we are. I've grabbed the replay pack for the HomeStory Cup 4, which is a tournament they hold in Germany. I don't think every year, but it seems to be, with some annuality. Either way, let's get this underway. We're starting with the initial few groups. This is Group A, starting with, over here in the yellow corner, we have Attention Delphi. Oh wait, no, that's not right. This is actually EGiNcontroL using Attention Delphi's account, which I did not know initially watching this the first time. Apparently, at the time, EGiNcontroL did not have an EU account, so he decided to use Delphi. But the interesting thing, though, is on the other side we have AcerNerchio. So basically we have an American player and a Polish player, so that's lovely. Okay, so let me break it down. HomeStory Cup is a bit out of the ordinary when it comes to tournaments, mainly because it's like a fucking barbecue, from what I understood from a certain Team Liquid article. Is he going to be able to deny that? It looks like he is going to deny it for a little bit. But so as a reaction to that, he's just putting a spawning pool down. And going so far as to put a pylon down. You bastard. We're already going to see a Forge Fast Expand, I suppose it is. I'm already getting my head off. Let me just begin by introducing the players. EGiNcontroL, from what I remember, he was hosting the first NASL, along with Greetorp, although he's probably doing that alone by now, and used to go by the name Redeemer. This is actually kind of sad for me. I have no idea what to say. What are you doing? Oh, he's denying him as well. Oh. Okay, EGiNcontroL may be putting a cannon down, and that will stop him for a little while. But that's just mean. That's gonna go away much quicker, obviously, with one cannon. Hey. Alright. Yes. So EGiNcontroL, Jeff Robinson, and we have Nerchio, Artur Bloch. I don't really. It doesn't really matter. For many know EGiNcontroL as being part of Evil Geniuses, and you will be correct at that. This is actually just freaking hilarious. I've never seen a Forge Fast Expand stopped with the Evo Chamber trick. Which, as far as I remember Action Jesus doing it, but I'm not remembering if I cast it or not. Okay, so he's finally put down his second, but Nerchio's not going to be able to get that chance. So he's going to combat that by just going very fast Roach. So this ought to be quite interesting. This actually should be a pretty good game. Both of them are in Masters. Both of them have a couple tournaments under the belts. Nerchio probably a lot more than EGiNcontroL from what I'm seeing. Finally getting the assimilators up. No... Oh yes, he does have a gateway out. And he's just going to be one-basing until... Nerchio will just be one-basing until he can get the roaches out. And like that, there it is. 4 roaches should be enough to stop this. And we're also seeing his first queen get out, of course. Actually, not first. There's other queens right there, but he needs it. I'm kind of curious about his Overlord placement over here. I'm not sure what that is about. But there's not much you can do on one base, so... Alright. Let's see. Okay, I'm actually really nervous. I haven't done this in a long time. I'm seeing they both have fan pages, but aside from that... But... here we go. Okay, see. Now Nerchio is finally managing to get rid of this annoying little defense he has going. And like that, there it goes. And he's finally able to plant down his second. Although he probably could have secured this for a while. And yeah, look at that. He's just scouting it out. Jeff knows He needs to scout the shit out. And the probe is just like, hey, Overlord, what's up? How you doing? Oh! He actually does compensate by getting a third, but luckily EGiNcontroL is going to catch wind of this. What's happening over here? 2 Zealots versus a bunch of Roaches. This will not end well. The Zealots know this. They're going, oh, we better run until we can get some Stalkers out. And... or some Void Rays. That'll work too. I think a cannon and a stalker should be enough to take care of that. So Nerchio knows, and he's going, oh, I better go away. But that's actually pretty nice. Like, with a third base, he will be able to pull himself ahead with... let's see how many drones he... yeah, he's already pulling his drones off. Certainly has more drones than I do when I play. But he is a bit behind in that number, but luckily getting that third will be enough for him. Getting in, getting that observation. Will he be able to see? He does see the Stargate. That'll be good. Unfortunately, it won't help him that much with that Void Ray, which is coming out, which probably will snipe off that Overlord. Or where the fuck is it going? Where are you going? Luckily, though, with killing that Overlord, he is going to supply block him for at least a little bit, and like that, it's already gone. There's 2 roaches. 2 roaches at the... I'm so nervous, it's not even funny. He is... actually, this is actually pretty interesting. Is he going to be able to get rid of that queen? Yes, he is. Might even be able to get rid of that spore crawler, but let's see. 2 spore crawlers? I do say so! Oh, I'm not a good singer. I'm not sure if that was singing. 2 Void Rays now. Light Harass is to keep the Zerg away, but he's getting his upgrades out early. Actually, they both are, so this ought to be fairly interesting. He could spread his creep. Whatever, it's Nerchio. He's damn good. Getting a few more Spore Crawlers. What are you doing? What are you doing, Jeff? Mr. EGiNcontroL. Gonna be denying those roaches some sight, I see. I don't know. He's already getting a macro hatch out because he knows that base might be potentially gone, or he just won't be able to macro on it. Meanwhile, let's just take a look at what kind of macro he has going here. He has his gates up, favoring instead to get the robotics out. 2 roaches over here for some... oh, just to make sure he doesn't get that probe on the third. This is actually... the minute he wipes it out, Nerchio was like, okay, yes, I do want those towers again. Do not stop me. Oh, jump cut. Alright, that was a bit embarrassing. My StarCraft decided to crash as this happened. But I just wanted to say, like, there was a bit of harassment going on over here with the Void Rays. But he did not expect this many Spore Crawlers to show up. I'm assuming. Just a guess. Okay. But that's luckily fixed. I remembered to put everything back where it was, and he decides to have a proxy pylon here. Is his enemy aware of it?
I am here in the shadows.
That is not the right one. That is the right one! Would you look at that? He is totally not aware of those pylons, though. So, we'll see what happens. Let's put this back up. I'm so sorry for that rude interruption. But luckily this is not live. And I'm not really British. Alright then. We're seeing everything's back in normal. He's getting extended thermal line, so I can only assume Colossus will happen. And lo and behold, Colossus is happening as I say this. Not as I say that, but... is he even aware of... no, he's not aware of that pylon just yet. He will be aware of it soon.
The Hive cluster is under attack.
Luckily, he's going to be using those voids to deny any kind of potential movement. Oh, and Nerchio decides, oh, let me just put those Spore Crawlers up here. You don't mind, do you? Do you mind that? These Void Rays do not like that. And now they know that there's an observer up there. And that observer almost lost it. Oh! Is extended thermal lance down? No! So that Colossus has very little range right now. Which could actually be very bad for the 30 seconds that this is gonna last until that external thermal lance is finished. But what he... oh, and those lings got through because he doesn't have enough force view. Oh, he does. He's just very bad at using it. Poor Greet. I almost called him Greetor because he casts with him in an ASL. He needs to warp in more units, though. And like that, there they are. He's going to use these Void Rays for as much as I can. This one is nearly dead. I do not know how he's not dead. That Sentry will give his last hurrah, giving out force fields. These frickin' roaches are just way too tough, though, for just stalkers. And like that, he's going to be pushing them back, pushing them back. We're seeing... while this is happening, though, he's making sure he gets his third up. So that's at least proper planning. He's going to be moving his voids up. I do like this. This eventually... although, I think Artosis pyloning may not be the best idea once the enemy gets through it. And he's going to take note of that the minute he gets that gate, that tower. This is actually pretty bad for him. I'm going to make sure this is lowered so my game doesn't crash again. Yes, he's going to be very aware of that. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough forces to make sure his Colossus doesn't die. Is he going to get away with it? No! No, he's not! That Colossus is toast. That Colossus is completely done. And those cannons are not going to be enough to make sure this entire base lives. He needs those gates so badly. But unfortunately, those gates aren't making a few stalkers is not going to be enough, thanks to his lovely, lovely macro control here. But he decides to pull out. All the while. His space is going to be adequately defended from any more Void Ray harass. In fact, does he still have those Void Rays out? Yes, he does. Well, where the shit are they? There they are. They're just hanging out. Void Ray buddies. Go in somewhere. And now the Lings and the Roaches are going to be meeting up to try to deny this base. Not deny. I should say try to obliterate. Yeah. I'm not sure why he didn't grab that. That might be a little safer investment than over here. Ever. Grabbing another pylon to make sure he's blocked off from this huge line of gateway units he needs to start bringing up. Not sure if he utilized that Stargate all the way, but we'll see what happens. He might be actually going for a second, which is actually less defended at this point. And like that... he needs to make sure he gets his attack up. See, that's the shit that happens. Alright, now they're pretty much at a stalemate. Although, with Narchio's superior macro, he's probably going to tear this apart. And we're seeing those mutas coming in on the field. And those voids decided to harass when I wasn't looking. Horrible, horrible idea. Getting his fourth up, Narchio. Mr. Arthur. It could be Arthur. I can't actually read my second screen right now. Some denial over here, which I completely missed because I'm awful. Some Mutalisks decide, oh, I'm gonna go and eat some of your dudes. Actually check out a bit on the income there to see how much he took off. That is not the correct tab. Not sure what that would be, the correct tab. That would be units killed. Why would they put it to R? I don't get that. Are we seeing some Broodlords out? I don't get that. Wow, he actually managed to get quite a few kills off of that. Like, look at that huge number. He killed off 20. And there's still some Lings left over to just hang out. More harassment. Probably trying to get rid of that. Luckily, Blink did finish. And those mutas will be done. But now he has a new problem. Or, it's the same old problem. But actually, if he puts his Colossus up here, he probably wouldn't have that much of a problem. But now he has a big problem. And that would be Roach-Muta combo. The Stalkers don't know what to do. Oh, now they do. they decide, I'm gonna go after him. But he's getting a 5th now that this is almost completely saturated. Meanwhile, these mutalisks are just gonna swoop on in, take out more of his stuff, even though he doesn't... I think he realizes by now that Blink is done. He's gonna make sure that this base gets a little bit of harass, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna be able to deal with that. Now that I see all those lings marrying in, oh my god! He's gonna be able to stop all this? No, those stalkers are just gonna run the fuck away. Blink! Yes! Oh my god. Those lings can't do a thing to all that. Now it's up to the mutas to do everything. Unfortunately, that is not nearly enough stalkers to take out all those upgraded mutalisks. And he's just now getting flyer... Oh no, it's flyer carapace. He cannot get those Colossus out. There's just way too many mutalisks to deal with this, and way too much creep spread out to really get away from the deed done. But at this point, he's not even really throwing them away because they are unupgraded? No, that's actually kind of surprising. He just has a lot. It's like he's stacking in, like in Brood War or something. But yeah, right now EGiNcontroL is in a very losing battle. He's at 3 base when his opponent is just now getting his 5th. I mean, he was on 3 base for a long time, and he's probably had it for longer, but he really needed to invest in getting his 4th. These 2 roaches, easily dealable. But he knows that if those 2 roaches are there, that basically means he's gonna know immediately when he gets that 4th up, and harass it to hell. But until then, he just can't keep up with the money. Just look at that income value. Just look at that income value. This huge statistic. It may not look that far apart on the screen because he has more gas and... It doesn't really matter. The point is, there's way too much shit flying at him to keep up with that Zerg at this little base. But luckily he is getting... He is going to be grabbing Archons? I guess that's a weirder investment. I think the better idea would probably have been Psionic Storm, but he is going against a lot of mutas, so we'll see what happens. He is going to be able to catch glimpse of that, though, as far as I know. No, I don't think he's aware of the Archons yet. Nerchio probably is going to be steadying his ground when it comes to Archons, though. Archons are not something pleasant to deal with, but you really need to get more bases. Not Nerchio, you have plenty of bases. You have almost all the bases. You're base heaven. Those stalkers are not going to know what to do, though, because they're stacked. He is going to use proper blink micro, though. And that will save quite a few of these stalkers, but not enough of those mutas. But they just keep coming up, coming up. And meanwhile, we're seeing he's laying down the fortress. This is an impenetrable force field of spine crawlies. Well, at least he, like, when EGiNcontroL went in, he did deny that hatchery. But now, oh look at that, he has another one. Purely for gas. Like 99.9% gas. And we have, holy crap, we have 19 mutalisks coming in. He's gonna be going in and getting those probes. Just like that. Those stalkers are not gonna be enough for 2 damage. And no! Now he's aware of it! He sees the Archons! Luckily they're way too slow! And it's like, let me just hang out on the cliff for a while, guys. No, that's definitely not good. He knows, oh shit, maybe I should go Broodlords or something. Or Banelings? Where are you going, Baneling? Oh, I see it. I don't know if that's the adequate... I don't know if that's the adequate description of direct Protoss Stalker counter, but whatever. Getting quite a few build up here, but I know he's just gonna use it all in one go. Oh my goodness! It's a huge flock. It's still the same bunch. Oh, Artosis pyloned. All 4 of those gates dropped at the fucking one pylon. At which, at this point, Nerchio can fucking one-shot. He decides it's not worth it. I'll let this main base go. It only has gas. I'm gonna fucking lay siege to his base. Even though he does not have a... Yeah, he doesn't. He has Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have an observer out. And now these Banelings are just going to be wrecking fucking havoc. And once again, I will emphasize, not the proper thing to build against stalkers. Now, once those Archons come over there, he might have to focus them down to get rid of them. Oh, this is so bad. Look how little his forces are. He's at 44 food. Oh my goodness. He only has 12 probes as opposed to... yeah, 71 drones. GG. Oh my goodness. Alright. So, he was just generally outplayed here. Mr. Jeff. Mr. Big Dog. Mr. other things that I'm looking on Wikipedia to see what other names he has. But, a fairly entertaining game. Like, he was pretty good at least, you know, keeping up with him. Until the very end, when, you know, Nerchio's macro will reign supreme. But, let's... you don't think that these 3 Colossus could have done that much damage left, do you? I didn't think so. But yeah, with that in hand, let's go to game 2. Hello everyone and welcome back to game 2 of EGiNcontroL vs Nerchio in HomeStory Cup 4. The first few preliminary matches. Let's call it the round of 32. Because honestly, group stage A or B is way too complicated for us. Once again, we have ourselves in the red trunks. Stop channeling Total Biscuit. We have ourselves here in red, AcerNerchio, sponsored by Team Acer, if you couldn't guess that. Don't make me to this game, I won't make Carrier, okay? Oh, silly EGiNcontroL, you're so fun. You'll make force fields, don't make anything but lings. They're fun. Yeah, Delphi's EGiNcontrol's using Delphi's account. And this should be pretty obvious to anybody who knows about Delphi, because Delphi plays Zerg. He wouldn't be caught dead playing Protoss. But once again, in the yellow, we have Mr. Jeff Robinson, aka EGiNcontroL, from the US of A. And we just now have caught a game. He's just doing a quick scout. We just last saw the game where Nerchio did take a game off of EGiNcontroL, even though that game probably lasted a lot longer than he would have wanted. You know, with all the bases that his opponent didn't have. Something like that. Alright, we're seeing... going on to 15. No, the 13. 13 hatch. 13 pool. 13 something. And his ally's a little confused why he's not going for his usual, you know, early expand, but we're probably going to see it here pretty soon. Yeah, he already anticipated that this would happen. And now he's throwing it up. That's silly EGiNcontroL. We're seeing the Forge Fast Expand here, which is actually a pretty good move considering... Does he open like this every time though? I'm not quite sure. But... Forge Fast Expand on this map though, it's Tal'Darim Altar for fuck's sake. So you'll know... You'll certainly know that this is a heavy eco map. Because look at all the eco across the minimap. And I'm sorry for the people who are watching the main screen if you're incredibly dizzy. But that's the way it is. Remembering the... what the hell are they called? An extractor trick. And unlike last time, he's not going to be able to get the chance to do his little cannon trick. So he will be able to get that hatch up just in time. And he's probably going to have a few spare left over to keep droning. Keep on droning. Keep on droning the droney drone. Meanwhile, his lings are going to be just slipping on up in here. He's going to check around to see if he has any hidden expos while that was happening. Because that was the problem in the last game. He didn't scout at all. He's getting his gateway up a little late, but that cannon is going to be enough to really stop those lings. I'm not really sure if he does see... Yeah, he definitely sees that. That's impossible to not see. And he's going to be putting a pylon there to make sure his lings do not get in. Well done. Well done. You're seeing, though, they might be able to see each other. No, they definitely can. What else can I spout nonsensically? Hard to say. Let's just take a look at the vision real quick. Nerchio definitely has pretty substantial APM, even though the APM is lessened from the last time we went into patches. And from what I can see, he's going a very similar build to Spanishiwa, only getting a third already again. I have to admit, I'm still in not quite bronze, so I don't understand of getting a hatch out that quickly. But he definitely knows better than I do, and Nerchio certainly won the last match. Getting at the core on time, but with an excess of gas. Getting that research now. Is he gonna corner that out? I do not know. As though it is going to deny that Zergling any line of sight, but luckily he has another. You know, just being a Zergling. And a couple others. He's gonna be able to, you know, take his friends, just go, hey, a zealot, and he's gonna be like, yeah, and he's gonna be like, you shouldn't be around here. And what's this queen doing? Oh, I see what it's doing. It's going all the way over here. It's gonna be very hard for EGiNcontroL of all people to scout out. Those Zerglings didn't have a chance to scout out this third. Not just because of the underbrush, but just because it's in such a weird position on such a map. Which is good, I guess. It's, like, at least for a hidden expansion, it's a lot safer than going here, which you have to knock off anyway. And Overlord is gonna go in there, be able to scout out whatever the hell it wants. With, you know, tenacity. We are seeing now, they might be able to get rid of that zealot. Micro! Not enough micro. He almost got out. But that probe is gonna be able to... Oh yeah! Probe with 1 kill! You thought you wouldn't see the day? Well, actually that's not true, because probes are actually... If you've been one to watch, you know, Worker Rush... If you read that blog on Team Liquid... And unfortunately that probe will not live to see another day. But will he be just going on a murder spree after that? Probably not, because now he's going to be completely retreating. Yeah, he's done. He's done. He's so done. Unfortunately, I'm kind of confused why he does not have speed out already. He is researching it, so there's that. He's going to be doing some quick denials of pylons, which is going to set him back a bit. Quite a fair bit. Nah, he has to prioritize his pylon usage. Those void ray, another. It's opening the same way basically. Those lings are coming out yet again. Luckily, speed is finished now, so they'll just be going twice as fast. I could barely keep up. Look at them. Look at them. Okay, I'm wasting way too much time in HomeStory Cup, for fuck's sake. He will be able to catch a glimpse of that. No, he can't because he's not a ground unit. And his resources are floating a little bit, even though he's going all zealot all the time. Initial upgrade on in. Oh, and the Zergling slipped through. This is going to be very bad, actually. Oh no. At least he's learned his mistake not to have an Autosis Pylon. Unfortunately, those zealots move way too slow to catch those now microed lings. And that Overlord's just gonna be like, okay, what's up? In the meanwhile, we are seeing some harassment on the other side as well. Unfortunately, 4 zealots is not enough to survive a bunch of roaches and 2 spine crawlers. And a spore crawler for some reason. Oh, because of the... Does he see that? Do you see that, Nerchio? Yes, you do. You do totally see that. Go get rid of that for me. Now he has stalkers out. And we all know that EGiNcontroL has the best stalkers in the neighborhood. And now we're gonna see Void Ray Micro. Unfortunately, once again, he has a lot... His opponent has a lot more workers than he does. And a lot more dids than he does. Because he doesn't have enough gates. I'm going down, why are we panning down? That roach has had a bad day. Let's see how many kills he... 2 each. That seems even. That seems fine. Meanwhile, he's gonna be making sure that no sneaky business happens down here. For whatever reason. Meanwhile, I guess that's why he's been doing it, so he can get his macro out a little better. And speaking of macro, he's getting a macro hatch over at his first, and a spire. So there's always that. And finally going Clear Reconstitution, so he can run faster with his horribly slow roaches. Not as fast as his lings. His lings are like fucking racehorses. And unfortunately, the way this is set up right now, he's going to be hardcore turtling. Just to make sure those lings don't pass on by. What are you doing? Narchio is grabbing his third. Or potential third, I should say. He's going to be seeing that those rocks are going down. Why are you doing that? Oh, I get it. Once the spire pops, he's going to be able to pop that out instantly. Is he aware? He's not at all aware. But let's check out what's happening here. The force fields are going to cut off most of those lings, but unfortunately they are going to be cutting right through. And that was horrible, horrible placement. And then the voids will come in and save the day. Unfortunately, it will not save that forge at all from the roaches. Getting at the other forge. And he is macroing like a mofo. Why did he cancel that? Is it because he sees it now? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why he cancelled that hatch. I'm not sure why he made that hatch. That's way too close to his opponent. But this is pretty open and shut. He's too... Mr. EGiNcontroL, the Jeff, the Robinson, the whatever you want to call him, is two basing with Void Rays, while his opponent may not be able to attack his Void Rays, but is doing a very good job at killing all his units. His opponent's units are dying. Even though he has 2-2, and his opponent, meanwhile, only has armor. Does he have anything for... No, he doesn't. He only has armor. But now we're seeing... Oh no, Mutalisks got rid of every single worker he had. 27 probes down the drain. Not one picked off by Mr. EGiNcontroL. His strategy is not working out terribly well for him. Meanwhile, these mutas are going to be flying free. And grabbing another base on this heavy expo map. Meanwhile, still two basing. I'm pretty sure... I don't want to sound biased. I really don't. But, okay, now he's finally going in. Unfortunately, he's going in a little too fast because those two mutalisks. That's a lot more than two, wouldn't you say, Matt? Yeah, Artos is pyloned again. And yet another... This is terrible. All his workers are going to be gone after this. And meanwhile, Narchio is... I do not even know what happened to his units. Oh, there they are, okay. I thought they all died. And you cannot blame me. Because I honestly did not know what the hell was happening. Once again, we're going Banelings as a reaction to Heavy Gateway Unit. Which I don't agree with, but it worked out the last time, so what the hell do I know? And at this point, he's so heavy in minerals, he's literally getting a hatchery at every base he can, except here. Except means moving rocks. And here. Also moving rocks. Once again, Heavy Stalker with Blink. Moving in. Getting rid of those. Oh my goodness. Those Banelings are gonna do a terrible job. Unfortunately, you can't see that high off the ramp. And that Spore Crawler is doing things. Go! Go! Oh shit. He has enough force fields to really make that go off of it, but his Colossus is done. His Colossus was toast. He was already sniped off by all the Mutalisks. But he's not going to be able to do that much against this. And his workers are in disarray back here. It's pretty much an all-in, if this doesn't work. And even if it does work, and he gets rid of all of this, he still has the resources and the means to really live off of these other 5 bases. Meanwhile, could be looping around. I'm sure he sees it. He doesn't care. And those Banelings are just gonna wreck their shit. All those Stalkers are gone! Oh my goodness. What's left is gone. GG, well played. And that makes it 2-0 for Mr. Narchio of Team Acer. Oh, that was exquisite. That was just lovely. So, Nerchio is going to be, 2 points ahead. He's not 2 points. He's going to have a game ahead, and he'll be facing off against someone next match. We'll see. As long as he gets enough wins, he'll be able to progress onto the group stage 2. Unfortunately, we'll see how well EGiNcontroL does. If he manages to win another game, he will be able to at least last the next few rounds. So, best of luck to him, and best of luck to Nerchio, who did win. You smug Polish bastard. With your mutilisks of horrible, horrible pain. Enjoyed many, 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 many hatcheries. Making whatever the fuck you... 9 hatcheries in total. So, let's bring that all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, those are Nexi. Well done, spacebar. I mean, backspace bar. Alright, I'm rambling at this point. So, I'll see you in the next game, which should be up whenever the hell I feel like it. GG. Bye-bye. Good night, everybody.